Winnie the Pooh and the Perfect Christmas Tree. One brisk winter evening, Winnie the Pooh and all his friends were gathered in the cozy warmth of Pooh's parlor when they were busily preparing for Christmas. All these goings-on were making Pooh hungry, so he looked around and soon spied a large bowl of popcorn sitting on a table. "Yum," he said happily, popping a kernel into his mouth. "Pooh, stop!" squawked Rabbit. "This popcorn's for stringing on the Christmas tree that someone is going to select for us." "Who?" Pooh wanted to know. "Why, me, of course," answered everyone at once. Then they all looked at one another in surprise. "Well, then, we'd better get started," said Pooh with a chuckle. In no time at all, Pooh and his friends were bundled into their warmest winter mufflers, hats, and mittens, and were tramping through the forest on top of snow that had crunched crisply beneath their feet with every single step. "This is the one," cried Tigger suddenly, as he bounced up into the branches of one of the tallest trees in the 100-acre wood. "This is the perfect Christmas tree." "Well," said Rabbit hesitantly, "it certainly is impressive, and it's got a great set of roots," added Gopher. "What should we decorate it with?" grumbled Eeyore. "Lampposts and popcorn balls the size of Pooh Bear?" "Oh," gasped Pooh, thinking that a crunchy popcorn ball the size of himself sounded like a very tasty thing indeed. "And where would we put such a very large tree?" Piglet asked worriedly. He knew that the tree couldn't possibly fit inside his own small, tidy home. Piglet pointed at a very small tree, standing alone in a clearing. "That looks like a very nice Christmas tree," he suggested. "And it wouldn't take any time at all to decorate." "But by the time we stacked all the presents under it," Tigger said, "we wouldn't be able to see the tree." "What about that tree over there?" suggested Pooh. They all turned to look where Pooh was pointing, and breathed a unanimous sigh of wonder. The tree was just what they were looking for. It was not too tall and not too short, and it was just the perfect shade of green to go with the soft white snow piled up around its trunk, as well as with the star-spangled night sky. "Now," declared Rabbit, "all we have to do is cut it down." There was a long silence as the friends looked at one another uneasily. "Cut it down," Piglet finally managed to gulp. "You mean with an axe?" "Not the most Christmassy thing to do if you ask me," grumbled Eeyore. "Which no one has, but there you are." The friends fell silent as they realized that Eeyore was right. How could they cut down a tree that was obviously so happy in this very spot? "Well," said Pooh finally, looking unusually thoughtful, "it seems someone has already started decorating it for us right here. All we have to do is add the finishing touches." So Pooh and his friends brought their favorite decorations and their presents and completed the splendid job of tree dressing begun by Mother Nature. And when they had finished, they stood back and looked up in just the right way. A star, glowing so brightly it warmed the hearts of everyone who saw it, seemed to perch happily in the top branches and wish the world a Merry Christmas. "And a very Merry Christmas to you too," Pooh whispered, smiling up at the most perfect Christmas tree in the world.